Hello everyone, this is Terry Barnett. I'm going to do a quick demonstration of one of my favorite apps called Camscanner. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to find it, and we'll talk about what it is, and we'll also go ahead and you'll see me use it right here in front of you. So basically this is going to be an app that we're going to use to turn our phone into a portable scanner and fax machine. So I'll go ahead and find my app store. Now I am, just as a note, I am using the Samsung Note 3. It's an Android device, so if you're on an iPhone, you'll want to find a comparable. I believe Camscanner is available for the iPhone as well. But in any case, any app that I'm talking about, you'll just find something comparable to what I'm actually showing you here. So let's go ahead and go in an Android device. It's going to be the Play Store, so I'll go ahead and find the Play Store here real quick. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go to the Play Store, and I actually had myself in airplane mode. I'll probably put myself back in airplane mode just so I don't receive any calls, but let me get myself online here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and search for what we're looking for, and in this case it's Camscanner, and you can see it pops up with different options there. I'm going to go ahead and continue to type it in, and you can see that they're bringing up the choice for me. So that is it, Camscanner. And the reason I'm doing this is so that when you go to find it, you'll actually know what the icon actually looks like, since the icon on my phone might be slightly different since I have everything themed a little bit. So here we go. This is Camscanner. It's by Intsig Information Company Ltd. This is one of my favorite apps. It is the best money I've ever spent on an app. Now, there is a free version of it, which is what we're looking at here. But I'm going to go ahead and go down the page here and just show you that there is a licensed version. And so those are an option to upgrade. There's a few more features, and it uncaps the amount of pages that you can actually scan and several other things. So you might want to kind of look at the description and decide which of the apps are best for you, whether it's just the Camscanner app or whether you want to go ahead and upgrade, pay a little bit of money, and get the caps turned off. So anything that stops you from doing anything. So it's going to give you a higher quality scan, etc. But I'm going to go ahead and show you me using this app. So what we're going to do, I actually have it on my home page, and I'll go ahead and click on the app, which will go ahead and load it in here. And you can see here over on the left-hand side that you have some folders that you can create to organize the things that you're putting in here. And we're going to go ahead and get started now. I'm going to go ahead and click on the camera so you can actually see what we're doing. And you'll notice here that I have placed a piece of paper down. So I just grabbed something from health insurance or something that I had laying around that didn't have any personal information on it, so that we could actually see what how this thing works. So this may be a document that you need for whatever purpose. It may be personal or whatever, or maybe you need to send it somewhere. Maybe you're a real estate agent or a salesperson and you need to get a contract that you just got signed somewhere else. Well, whatever it is, this is my favorite app for getting the job done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and experiment a little bit here. You can see there's a shadow from the light that's above me, so I'm just kind of making an adjustment here to get that shadow off. Also, I've had better luck whenever I actually put a dark background behind the paper. So if I'm going to lay it on a table, let's just say I'm out and I'm laying on a table. All right, now it is great if it's all perfectly straight like this piece of paper, but I'll show you another one here in just a moment that is not going to be straight. So what we're going to do, though, is we're going to go ahead and just get this done. So I'm going to now see my phone's in the way, but that's okay. We're going to move it out of the way here, and we're going to actually take this at an angle. I'm going to go ahead and make sure it's focused in, and I'll click the button. Now I've just taken the picture, Okay, so I have the picture in front of us. Now I'm going to actually click on the check mark saying, yes, I believe that that's what I was trying to take a photo of. So I'm going to go ahead and do the little check mark. Now, this is my favorite part of this app. It automatically attempts to detect the edges of the paper. Now, like I said, if you have a contrasting background, it makes it easier. But even if it didn't detect it quite perfectly, watch this. I'm going to go ahead and put my finger on the little circle that you see in the upper right-hand corner of the paper. Let's just say it wasn't quite right. I'm going to click on it, and now you see a little targeting where you can adjust it if you need to. Now, most of the time, I really don't need to adjust it too much. But if it didn't quite get it, see, here's the other corner. So if it didn't quite get it, you can actually make a slight adjustment to it. Now notice that it's actually finding the edges at the angle. Okay, so this isn't something that we tried to make sure it was perfectly on in our screen here. Now this is where the magic, this is where the difference is made between this app and others. I'm going to go ahead and click the little check mark. All right, and so it takes the paper that we did not. Now imagine, I could have actually spent more time trying to get this thing perfect. But it took a piece of paper that I was taking at an angle, didn't really have it in great focus, right? The top text was much further away from me, and here we have the paper straightened out, cropped, and it actually added brightness and contrast so that hopefully we can actually read this thing, okay? Now I could spend a little bit more time on this, but I wanted to make sure you just see how this will get our document in here. Okay, now we'll take a look at the document here in just a moment, but before we do that, we're going to go ahead and say that it wasn't just one piece of paper that we needed to put in, it was actually two that need to be part of this same document. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the little camera with the piece of paper in the lower left-hand corner there, and now you see, now I did this on purpose. This was not folded, but I just wanted to go ahead and have us a folded piece of paper because sometimes paper isn't perfect. All right, so what I usually do is I kind of straighten it out the best I can, and then I go to work with my pictures. Now this time I'm going to come over here and get this from a little crazy angle. I'm going to actually take it from this. I'm actually getting myself closer to the bed, trying to get the shadow out of the way. Taking the picture. All right, good job. Okay. And I like what I see, so I'm going to go ahead and click on the little check mark. And here you can see it tried to find the edges. It did a pretty decent job. I'm not going to really bother to change it too much. Maybe I'll adjust this one a little bit just so you can see me do it. Don't have to do this. It's not necessary. It'll still do the job good enough. Click on the little arrow. Now, had it not had that straight, I could have rotated the paper as well. All right. So it took that piece of paper, got the image off of it, scanned it in, cropped it, adjusted it. It's not perfect, but it is good enough for me to use. All right, so now if at the bottom of the page you can see that I have a camera with a piece of paper. That's how I'll take another page if I want to. There's a PDF, so I can turn it into a PDF. There's a share button, which I'll actually use here in a moment to show you what it does. The edit I use all the time whenever I need to name it. So if I need to go ahead and send this somewhere, I'll go ahead and come in here and say, we'll just call this example. All right, now this is actually the file name is what this is going to end up being. Okay, so I went ahead and added the file name to it. You can rearrange your pages that are in here. You can get rid of something if you don't like it, retake it, straighten it out, whatever you want to do. These are actually not the best scans that I've ever seen come out of the program. So I just I didn't want to lie or make this all perfect or anything. I just grabbed a couple pieces of paper and just went for it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll go ahead and click on our little OK button. That actually renamed it. Okay, so let's just say that we want to send this off. We could actually share the document. Okay, share the file, share a link to the file. Okay, that's a couple of different ways to do it. Or we could come out and let's just say that we're just came into the program and we have a document that we scanned in earlier. You can click on it, and then you can see it gives you the option of sharing that. So now I normally, this is a new feature that they just added in for you to share a file link, and that is definitely part of the upgrade version, but I normally share the file, so I'm going to go ahead and click on share the file. I would normally then click on email, put in whoever I want to mail it to. All right. Type in whatever I want my message to be. Thank you, autocorrect, for fixing that little typo I was going to put in there. So you can see it's actually attached. It's actually attached there at the bottom, the example one PDF for me automatically, and then I could send that off. So that's how easy it is to get that document to someone else. All right, so there you can see those were the options whenever we click share. I'm going to go ahead and pop up at the menu here. You can see that it does allow you to look at some other information: PDF page orientation, page size, margin, set the PDF password so you can lock the PDF, set a tag, select a photo, etc. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on the second page here that we scanned in, just so we can see the quality of it. So here you can actually see we're looking at the document. Let's see if we can actually read this text. See, this is us looking around at the text on this paper. So you can see that everything is nice, clear, and legible. It is folded, so it wasn't perfect. I could spend a little bit more time making it so. That's definitely a possibility. All right, now you can see that there's a couple other items at the bottom there. We can actually rotate this. We can edit this photo, in other words, retake the photo. We can possibly mark this photo up, or excuse me, mark this paper up. We can do optical character recognition, and we can share this page. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click on the little pencil with the little marker there. It says add annotation or add watermark. Okay, so if this is let's just say this is a contract I was getting ready to email to somebody, I could click on add watermark, and maybe I could just say draft across it. Okay, so that would be a possibility if I wanted to do that. Now, I of course don't, but what I may want to do is add an annotation. So what it's done is it's actually loaded it into a little related app that they recommend you download so that you can actually do a little annotation. I'm just going to scribble on this page here just to show you that you can. Click on my little pencil. I can change the colors. Okay, so this would also give you, yes, the ability, if you needed to, okay, to maybe sign something. All right, let me see if I can make that small enough to be worthwhile. Yep, there we go. So you can actually do that. I haven't used this program very much for that purpose because there are other signature programs out there, but it can be done. So if you're looking for one solution to that, there you go, you have one. All right, got optical character recognition, which is, I believe, part of the upgrade path for this app. So of course, like I told you, I paid for it. Now, so you've actually seen Camscanner in action. If you decide that this is a program that you want to use, that it's been amazing for me. It's the best few bucks that I've ever spent for an app. If you do decide that you want to pay for it, I am going to show you Evernote in one of my future videos, and that does also have a page scanner built into it. So if you're somebody that needs to collect a lot of paperwork and notes and voice notes and video notes and all kinds of other stuff that you need, we're going to do Evernote coming up in the future. So it's kind of related. So you can scan in things and share things from that app as well. But Camscanner has been the one that has had the best quality for me on a daily basis, and I've actually used it for a couple years. All right, so I don't want to take any more of your time. I just wanted to do a video on Camscanner. Hope this helped you make a decision on maybe another tool to put on your phone or your tablet. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.